Have you ever been playing Skyrim and just bumped into an NPC only for them to just say,
I actually advise the Jarl on political matters. My input is invaluable, of course.
or had a follower that always says,
I am sworn to carry your
burdens? Yeah, we get it, Lydia. Classic, but it gets old, right? Well, dog, do I have the solution for you? Interesting NPCs by Chris Takahashi is an older mod, but I've always had it in my load order. I've just never took the time to experience what this mod really has to offer, so I decided to bring you guys with me. I'm not sure how long this series will be, but I plan to cover all of the NPCs with an actual quest associated with them. There are about 50 plus quests, so this might take a while. We might do a couple of NPCs per video, but it just depends on how long each quest takes. No worries though, those that would rather watch me to cover one of those major quest mods on the Nexus, that is coming as well. This series is being recorded alongside a giga graphically modded Skyrim with some city and town overhauls as well to add some excitement to all the spots we'll be visiting. So if issues arise, we'll figure those out together. But for now, grab you some snackage, put your feet up, and relax. Let's get started. Alright, so I believe our very first NPC that we are going to interact with is just right up here. What the hell? There's a spider on some shit. Just a spider? Okay, he's dead. Alright, it said north. It said northeast of Shorestone. So he's around here. Oh shit. Okay. Ugh, God, spiders are just gross, man. Is this him?
I love the Rift. You don't get any of that ice water you get up north. Sure, it rains from time to time, but most days it's just an endless parade of puddles rocking gently to sleep, like a living lullaby.
You sound like an artist. Or a poet.
Guilty on both counts. Although my wife is the true artist, the way the sight of her makes my knees buckle.
Ooh. Wow, there's so many like different options and ways to take this conversation. Let's be conservative for now. Where's your wife?
She scampered off the shore stone to ask for directions. I assured her we need only follow the road, but she wants to be sure. She wanted to take a wagon, but I insisted we walk. I told her we're here to see the fall forest, so it would make no sense not to. I haven't told her the real reason we're here is to adopt a child. That part is a surprise.
Wow. You surprise your love with new earrings, not a child.
I appreciate your concern, but it's not as if we haven't talked about it. She knows how I feel about children, and we can't have them on our own.
Most Nords are acclimated to the cold.
Yes, it's strange how much it affects me. They say that's why I can write such visceral poetry. Most Nords know the cold so well they can see it as plain as the stars, but they can't transfer that feeling into words. I suspect it's because to them that feeling is no different than warmth, so it gets lost in translation. For me, I know the cold like it's my sister, only we're the type of siblings that never get along. Lately, it's only gotten worse.
What's changed?
I wish I knew. Every night I go to bed, a chill starts to worm its way beneath my skin. If I do manage to sleep, I dream it's so cold my teeth are frozen solid, and eventually they just crumble in my mouth.
Yeah, that's why there's no substitute for good body heat. Keep your wife close.
I do. You see, she's a Khajiit, and having her fur pressed against my skin is a great help. However, even with my love nestled beside me, this cold is like a frozen dagger. It claws at my very soul.
Did you come out here just to enjoy the fall forest? We kind of already know the answer to that question, but hey.
Yes, although my love worries it might be dangerous. Spriggans, wolves, and bears live in these forests. Well, we can outrun the Spriggans, avoid the bears, and appease the wolves. I figure I can just throw some meat on the ground and they'll fight each other for it. Of course, she says we'd still make for a more appetizing meal.
Well, that's all the questions I have. Farewell.
Farewell to you, good traveler. May all your roads lead to warm sands.
Alright, so I'm going to test this out, this video. If you guys have watched any of my previous series, I usually have this the camera that zooms in on their face.
I've been looking all over for you, my love. The way you wander about, sometimes I wonder if I need to buy you a leash.
My dear, I apologize. I wander because I know our love ties us together. There is no need for earthly bonds.
Why did I have to fall for a poet? There was that nice blacksmith in Riverwood. He would have made for a good husband.
Yes, except for the fact that he was happily married.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Anyone who says that has never laid eyes upon you.
My love, one of these days your flattery won't work on me, but today is not that day.
Then let us hurry to Riften, my dear, before the next one arrives.
Started to warm sands. Visit the couple after they arrive in Riften. Anyway, what I was saying before they cut me off a little bit was the cinematic camera that I usually use when it zooms in on their face. I just kind of got a little tired of using it. But I do have a feeling that maybe you guys prefer the cinematic camera a little bit. Just simply because you can see the NPC a little bit better and you don't see this ugly ass compass at the top of the screen. So yeah. I also improved the LODs a little bit. As far as the mountains look a little better, but I'll see you guys in Riften. You know, I don't know if I've ever seen it snow in Riften. It's like really, it's so strange. I really don't think I've ever seen it snow in Riften. Have y'all?
What do you want?
Oh, that's another interesting NPC right there. Let's see if we can talk to her.
Excuse me, Sarah. Have you seen my pa? We was trading at the market stalls, and then he was gone. And I can't find him.
Calm down, girl. Tell me, what does your father look like?
Well, he's got red hair, like me. And a big bushy beard. Oh, won't you help me find him?
This is really ominous how you're looking at me. You don't even have pupils. I'd like to help, but you really need to be more specific.
He's got a scar on his chin shaped like a star, and a big fat belly.
Okay. What kind of father fills his belly and leaves his malnourished child at home?
Well, Paul's always drinking and coming home late. And maybe he's over at the inn. But urchins like me ain't allowed inside. Just head on over there. I'll be right behind you.
Septum removed. Did you just rob me?
Don't know what you're blabbering about, Captain. If I was you, I'd keep my lips shut. Noisy people get stuck before sound passes their lips. And the thing that sticks you, it slips right back into the gutter unseen. Or you can let me slip off without a fuss and we'll be as merry as a mid-year morning.
Hold on a second. I'm not going to rat you out, but I really need to talk to you. Why are you stealing from people?
Sounds like you're stolen till a guard walks past and nabs me. Why risk it? What's in it for me?
Some of these reactions are great. A septon or two to get you a few meals. Filthy urchin. A septum or two to get you a few meals if I like what you say. That sounds kind of pedophilic. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
Fair trade, Captain. For a few clink, I'll sing like a sparrow. So what do you want?
Oh, so pretty much we just bought more dialogue with her. It's so strange how she's just looking up at us like this. What's the most expensive thing you've ever stolen?
I don't much do big jobs. I'll take what I need, and most people here don't have much of value, except to themselves anyway. But this one time, some big merchant came marching into the city, fat as anything. And behind him was a caravan full of all sorts of treasures. I managed to pinch the biggest ruby I've ever seen from him, while he was slobbering all over the meats in the market, and on Helga's backside. But one of the bigger boys ducked me into next to us, and took the gem. Big as a scrib it were too. Still, the guards lopped off his head on the way out of the city, so I don't feel too sore about it.
You didn't feel bad for the boy?
He beat me bloody and stole me riches. Then he was stupid enough to get caught. I wouldn't have got caught.
Where are your actual parents?
But I was a sailor with a kid in every port from Sydney to Strass Mackay. One of them ports is Windhelm, and one of them kids is me. Ma's a skooma fiend. She likes to go where the skooma is. One day she went off into the ratways to get us some more, and never came back. Probably murdered for the click she had on her. Or maybe it was a skooma that done her in. Don't matter all that much to me. If she showed up here tomorrow night, right as rain, I'd spit right in her face and tell her to go kiss a daedril. I take care of myself.
Don't you get lonely?
So you wanted them bleeding hearts to pinch symptoms from all the time then? I got my scalp and my wits and all my fingers. I don't get lonesome.
Okay. Where do you sleep?
I got me a bedroll right by the fire in Beggar's Row. Would be aces if Edda didn't snore.
How do you manage to keep fed?
You're joking? There will always be that stinker of a fool ready to pat my head and lose their purse. Or a fellow sneaky type wanting the freshest news that's trickled down into the gutter. And when fools are short, there's always skeevers to eat. Cook up nice with a touch of pilfered garlic and a dab of lifted lavender. Lots of skeevers in the Warrens. I don't like it down there though. Full of crazies and some mage type who sets my spine a tingling.
He wasn't protesting.
Ugh.
Of course he wasn't, you stupid whore. He's a man.
Some mage type.
Yeah, daggery something. All the sneaks afraid of him. And I don't much like him either.
Wow, there's really like so many options with these interesting NPCs. It's really impressive. Tell me about Riften.
Riften is a stink hole. Full to bursting with suckers of all kinds. You got the lovers coming in all trussed up to get troughed at the temple, giggling like maids. You got the guards who don't know a dog from a dragon. And the city folk who seem to want to get robbed blind.
How's the criminal underworld treating you this fine?
Wow, look at all these dialogue options, man. And you gotta assume that pretty much every single one of these have a different reaction.
You're cold, unfeeling.
Wow, I don't know why I haven't downloaded this mod like a long time ago. This place needs a hero, and I'm gonna clean this city up. I just switched those words. I will.
Well, why are you talking to me then, Captain? There's hero stuff that needs doing. Like saving a defenseless salmon from a dragon or something.
What? Here, have some more gold.
What do you want for it?
Nothing. Just take it.
Oh, alright. Thanks, I suppose. Alright then.
Okay. Well, I think they're in here now. Damn, it's darker than shit out here.
You lost?
Visit the couple in Riften.
This is why you bring me here? You want to adopt a child?
My dear, I thought you'd be happy. You
Hey,
always said
Greenskin,
you wanted
close your
children.
mouth. Someday, yes. When my whiskers start to fall, your hair turns gray, and the libraries are filled with your poetry. Then I will want nothing more than to share our love with another. But not now.
Your whiskers will never fall, my love, and my hair has long started to gray.
Your flattery won't work, Kjoli. Not this time. You know as well as
Fujita,
I that
you
we
really
are
need
in
to
no
stop using that
position
scoop.
to adopt.
It's very
Oh my god. All these people in the background. I can't even hear what the freaking two NPCs are saying because all these people are talking.
Seriously, Kjoli, a child? By
can't,
Secunda, I thought
won't let
we
me
were here
go.
to see
Just read the subtitles, guys. That's all I can say. Just try to read the subtitles because my god, these NPCs in the background are ridiculous.
Forest. I thought we came to
It's an
Riften to...
evil substance. Whoever's selling it
Damn
to you
you,
should be brought to
poet.
justice.
Damn you!
If there was
The
any
one time
justice
you
in this
decide
world,
not to be
I'd just get
romantic.
this over with and
My love, I don't know what happened. We've never fought before. I've always been honest with her about wanting children.
Wow. Pretty much saying she's got her period. Okay, that flicker's disgusting. Perhaps she hasn't been entirely honest with you.
But why? We disagree about many things, and typically she always gets her way. Why would she lie about wanting children? Friend, do you think you can talk to her for me? Find out what it is that's really bothering her?
Sure. I'll talk to her.
Thank you. She's still up there. I thought I heard weeping, but I fear she does not want to see me.
Now, come on, come up the steps. Like I've said before, you guys can probably see better than me. But my god, as soon as we come in here, everybody has a big-ass argument.
Working at the Riften fishery is tough, but it puts some coin in my pocket.
If you want my
Trees
opinion
help
on
me
Black
beautiful.
Rifle,
Oh hell, what did I do? What did I start?
I'd rather not go to bed.
I'm beginning to think leaving more
Every
homes
damn
is-
person in the
See me
city's in
market
here.
if
What the
you're looking
shit?
for the finest custom jewelry in all of
Oh,
Skyrim.
everybody just shut the hell up. I gotta go talk to a cat woman. Not cat woman, but you know what I mean.
Yes? That idiot! A child! What was he thinking? What kind of couple adopts before marriage?
Wait, you two aren't married? Isn't that a little odd to adopt first?
Now do you understand why I am so frustrated? It makes no sense.
Oh, so that's why she's mad. Considering what I know now, I can see why you left. Or felt misled, not left. Just, God, my dyslexia.
I can always tell when he has a secret. The corner of his mouth twists up into this impish little grin. When he said we were coming to Riften, I was certain he was going to propose. And then I could tell him that I was wrong about him. I was wrong about us. That all this was worth it in the end. Now I fear I may vanish from this world, having never had that question answered.
What do you mean by vanish from this world?
Kjoli thinks we keep no secrets, but I have never told him the truth. I am already dead.
If you're a corpse, then I'm a goat.
Appearances can deceive. How else can you explain why I never hunger and never sleep? But every night, I stay with him, and I hope that if I keep him warm, there will come a time when he does not tremble.
If what you say is true, how did it happen?
We met at the temple. He came there to pray. I came there to die. I no longer wanted any part of this world. I knelt before the gods, asked for a safe passage, and plunged the dagger into my heart. That's when I heard the scream. It was Kjoli running to my side. I remember tilting my head back as the life faded from my body. He wasn't the handsomest man, and his arms quivered as he held me. Yet there was something there. A spark. part of me knew it wasn't love. The gods wouldn't be so cruel. But another part of me wanted just one more day, one more minute to find out if it was.
Do you recall what happened after?
I awoke the next morning with my wound dressed. Kjoli said I missed my heart by an inch. But deep down, I knew I had not.
My love, is this true?
Kjoli, you were listening the whole time?
Yes, I apologize. The floorboards here are thin.
For real.
But no matter. Are you really dying?
I'm not dying, love. I'm dead. And what difference does it make when I am dead to you?
Is that what this is about? You don't understand, Inari. My parents never married. They said true love requires no title, trinkets, or ceremony to hold it together. It just is.
Kjoli, you fool! Did you ever consider your father was just too cheap to buy an amulet of Mara?
Wow.
You could be right, but they loved each other deeply. And that's what I wanted for us.
My love, I am sorry. I never knew. It's just... I am on borrowed time, and I thought...
I don't understand. I saved you that day. The apothecary said you made a full recovery, and you are as stunning today as the day we met.
Flattery will not save me. Words are just words.
My dear, you are mistaken. Words are eternal, and I will prove it to you when I speak them at the temple.
Then, you wish to marry?
Of course, my love. I don't know what illness you think you have, but if your time is truly short, then I want to spend it as man and wife. Friend, I would like some, time alone with my beloved. Can you do us a favor and arrange the wedding? It would be a great help.
Alright, he wants some time alone so he can clap some fur. Yeah, I'll head there immediately. And congratulations.
Thank you. You don't know how much this means to the both of us. I know you are probably busy, but I hope you find time to attend the ceremony.
Okay, go to the temple and ask Jade to arrange the ceremony. And have Jade let Marimal conduct the ceremony.
Sodrin, we all know you're here to ogle the statue. Now either make a donation or get out.
Didn't seem to like him very much.
Yes? Greetings, traveler. My name is Jade. I offer you Mara's blessing, that her light may guide you on the... Ugh, who am I kidding? You'll end up like all the rest.
Excuse me?
Oh, you must be new to Riften. Well, if you're looking for marital guidance, I suggest you speak to Marimal or Dinya. I can't seem to get a single soul into Mara's embrace. I think I'm cursed.
What do you mean by cursed? Well, curses can be fixed, and I'm one who fixes them.
Not this kind. This isn't some witch's hex. If anything, I'm the hag responsible for it, and I don't want you killing me.
Fear not, maiden. You don't have to be a matchmaker, you can just pass out the letters. The only way to break such a curse is to find love yourself.
Ugh, you sound like Marimal. And suddenly I'm beginning to feel nauseous.
You seem less devout than the other priests I've met.
Is it that obvious? I suppose the name's a dead giveaway, too. Well, it's not exactly a secret around here, so I might as well tell you. I used to be a member of the Thieves' Guild.
Well, where does your name come from?
Well, I didn't really have much use for my old name, so when I met Sapphire, I decided to change my name too.
Makes sense.
Green eyes, Jade. It doesn't take a college mage to figure out that gems make pretty names for girls.
There must be a reason you still use that name.
That's how most people in Riften know me. Dinya suggested I drop the name as a symbolic gesture, but I feel like that would be running away from who I was, and what I've done.
Why did you join the Thieves Guild?
Do you want the short answer, or the long one?
Take your time.
It all goes back to my childhood. For most people, it always does. I grew up an only child, and I don't just mean siblings. I didn't have any contact with other children. So when I joined the guild, I felt like they were the brothers, sisters, and friends I never had.
How did your skills develop as a thief?
When I was a child, my parents would lock me in the library and make me study. That was the extent of their parenting. But I'd always find a way out. Sometimes the books even helped.
How did the books help?
Some taught me how locks were made, and some showed me how locks are broken. Both helped me pick them. And after a while, not only could I exit the library, but enter the armory, and when I was ready, escape the city entirely.
What happened after you joined the guild?
They had me pick locks. I was good at that, but bad at dealing with the consequences.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I didn't want to steal from people, but I also didn't want to betray my new friends. So at first, I'd do the job and leave the mark a bit of gold. But a lot of these items were sentimental. They meant something. I could tell, just by looking at their faces the next day. That hurt more than anything.
When did you decide to quit the guild?
One day, Vex asked me to do a heist job at the Temple of Mara. She didn't tell me what it was I was stealing, just that it was valuable. That night, Dinya and Maramal were at the Bee and Barb, preaching to the patrons. Brielle was showing the temple to a young couple.
So no one saw you enter. What happened next?
I stole away into the back, where the living quarters are, if you could call them that. These were not people of wealth. The items Vex wanted weren't even in a strong box. They were on a dresser, right next to a bouquet of flowers. They were wedding rings. When I realized that's what Vex wanted, my heart stopped. I couldn't do it. It seemed wrong.
What did you do?
I quit. Right then and there. I threw off my hood, cursed Vex, and turned around. That's when I saw Dinya, standing in the doorway. And she did what she always does. What I always needed, but never got from my mother. She hugged me. And I knew then I'd found a home.
Tell me about your childhood.
We lived in a house as big as a palace, but it felt so empty. Every day I'd sit in my room, listening to the other children playing outside. It was like slow torture. So one day I ran down the stairs and sprinted past the gate guard, just following those peals of laughter. That was the thing. When I found them, I thought they'd let me join in, but they wanted nothing to do with me.
Why do you think they reacted that way?
Does it matter? All it was another rejection.
Your marital issues could just be bad luck, you know.
I know the difference between luck and curses. Bad luck is rain at a picnic, ataxia on your first date. Bad luck can throw love off course, but it can't capsize a ship the way a curse can.
What do you mean?
Well, take Aaron, for instance. A dashing man saves the life of a beautiful warrior, in a story fit for the tales. Not only that, but he gets her to move in with him. At this point, the wedding's just a formality.
What went wrong there?
Well, the first mistake was he asked for my counsel. His second mistake was following it. Literally. When I said don't leave her side, I didn't mean her backside. A man has to lead. Somehow the poor soul managed to gain her confidence, her trust, her friendship, but not her love.
Wow, look at all these options, man. What the world? I doubt Mule is interested in any man, if you catch my drift.
I'm not sure I follow. Oh, you mean... No. Really? We're talking about Khajiit, right?
Just one more perfect couple you've ruined. Regardless, some people just aren't compatible. It's not your fault.
Tell that to Sodrin. He still blames me for ruining his chances with Helga, as if that weren't his own fault. Helga likes big, strong men. As for Sodrin, well, the other day I think I hurt my shoulder just looking at him.
Who else has sought your counsel?
Well, there's Sviti. She sought Mara's blessing to guide her marriage with Sibi. Even I saw that one coming, although not the murder part. Then there's Svana, who suffers from the same disease that Sviti did. She also wants Mara's blessing. Why can't Sibi's lovers go to Brielle for once?
I'd like to go back to my earlier questions.
Okay.
I need you to marry a couple.
Me? Are you sure? I did tell you I was cursed, right?
I want to prove that this curse is nonsense.
So do I. But have you checked the tally? The curse belt has about 12 notches. I don't even own a belt.
Jade, trust me. You can do this.
You think so? I almost believe you. All right. Bring those 2 lovebirds over and I'll marry them. I mean, I won't be marrying them as in me being their wife. I'll be marrying them from behind the altar. Oh, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
If it is not too much trouble, we would like to have the wedding now.
Now? As in, right now? Okay, then everyone to your places. Bride and groom at the altar. Everybody else, stay where you are. All right, deep breaths. There's no such thing as curses. So, if everyone's ready, let's begin the ceremony. It was Mara who first gave birth to all of creation and pledged to watch over us as her children. It is from her love of us that we first learned to love one another. It is from this love that we learn that a life lived alone is no life at all. We gather here today, under Mara's loving gaze, to bear witness to the union of 2 souls in eternal companionship. May they journey forth together in this life and the next, in prosperity and poverty, and in joy and in hardship. You, sir, do you agree to be bound together in love, now and forever?
My Inari, my darling, my muse.
Okay, what's going on? You're supposed to say I do.
Our love began that day in the temple as a single candle, and as the seasons passed it has only burned brighter. We will let this light guide us from cold snow to warm sands, for not even death can extinguish its flame.
Forgive me, Kjoli. That day, when I plunged the dagger in my chest, I was certain it had struck my heart. But it was never a dagger, was it? It was always you. And on this, our wedding day, I have never been more in love. I have never felt more alive.
By Mara. That was beautiful. But I'm not sure I can marry you until you say I do.
My apologies, priest. I do. Now and forever.
As do I. Now and forever.
Under the authority of Mara, the divine of love, I declare this couple to be wed. I present the two of you with these matching rings, blessed by Mara's divine grace. May they protect each of you in your new life together. Well, they're married. For now.
Have more faith.
I thank you for coming and for helping my my wife, learn to live again. My only regret is that my parents weren't alive to see this. Maybe they would have followed us down the aisle if they saw how beautiful a simple ceremony could be. Sometimes, even when you know something is true in your soul, it's still nice to say the words. I suppose that's the essence of poetry, putting it all into words. Perhaps I will no longer write about the cold, but this warmth I feel in my heart.
It was a beautiful ceremony, and I was really glad to be a small part of it.
It couldn't have happened without you. The spirit of Mara flows through you like an autumn wind. We were both two falling leaves who got swept up in your current, and you gave us one last dance before we touched the ground. Thank you.